But I also, again, Michael, we talked about this yesterday, the idea that I'm a little conflicted because he is 19 years old, able to make his own decisions. We know that he was living with his father. When he turned 19, became an adult, he made the decision to live with his mother. So he wanted to. He can make decisions for himself. And he made the decisions to follow along. There had to have come a point where he's looking. And again, I understand that as the head of the family, the mother is sort of setting the tone in the way she was treating him. But there had to have come a point where he had to say, you know, this has gone too far. He could have called 911 and stopped the whole thing. So I don't think he's fully absolved of any responsibility here.
Yeah, you know, I hadn't thought about it until you said it, Michael. You know, his age, I mean, he's the age of majority. One thing that I maybe I'm convincing myself because I don't want to believe that something like this was possible. One of the things I believe is that when you have mental health issues, you're kind of like an infant, right? You're not absolved of wrongdoing because you have mental health issues. But looking at this kid, he's 19 going on 12, right? So I think if the prosecution have spent some time to become intimately familiar with this person, but I agree with you. Yeah, just because your mom told you to do it, to prove your point, that would mean if the precedent were my mom told me to do it, I'm absolved of anything, then you could do anything and you just get a slap on the wrist because you said, well, my parents told me to do it. Here's the text messages. So I do agree he's not absolved of it. I just don't believe he is culpable of this to the same extent that she's culpable. Yes. She's an attorney. She's a productive member of society. And she was instructing who is still her child to abuse her other child. But no, I don't think he should be absolved of anything just because his mom told him. You know, even if he was 18, even if he was 17, right? Kids are tried as adults as early as 14 sometimes. So legally speaking, they've got him. And his life is destroyed, obviously, no matter what happens with this case, for everything that he's gone through.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right that he's certainly not as culpable as her. And I would hope in any plea deal, Judge, prosecutors are taking that into account, also taking into account the fact that he did testify against his mother. Even though he said on the stand no deal was made, we understand that at some point considerations will be given for that.
Right, and just mention, I think you said it, 0 years to life that he could face if he pleads to the first-degree child abuse, correct?
Yes, anywhere from life to no time in prison. I suspect he might serve some time in prison.
I think so.
But certainly not a lot. And I guess that's where that range comes in, because there's so many circumstances that this type of situation can occur.
Yeah, there's a lot for the judge to consider.
All right, we'll take a break here.